Micah, this is important to you because you like this garbage ass show.
Yep.
Fox is planning to
Also like America.
I don't feel like you do. This show is pretty antithetical. 24 is in the process of being reinvented. Fox is planning to ditch the theme of terrorism in the CTU setting and reapply 24's real-time format to a new kind of story.
How about you ditch the real-time format that has to be within 24 hours and just keep doing what you're doing? No, don't keep doing what you're doing, because the whole terrorism thing is the same, right? Like, it's been on for like a decade, and maybe 8 of those years had Muslim terrorists, and then one had Chinese terrorists, and then one had Russian terrorists, I think. So it's time to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they tried to switch it up, but they switched it up in the wrong way. They switched up instead of switching up the antagonists, being terrorists and shit.
Right.
They switched up the protagonists from white to black.
That's not enough.
And while I appreciated it, especially the scene where a bunch of DC hood niggas rolled up into a warehouse and started dropping terrorists, it's not different enough, like you said.
Yeah. So they're saying that they're looking for like an anthology style storytelling.
All right, I can deal with that.
The same kind of ticking clock format and apply it to something else. It will have the same urgency, but may not be set in the CTU. It'll have the same style and urgency, but in a different venue. Okay, so let's say it's like a government, spy sort of thing. You could have something that was a little bit less like action-y oriented as far as like shoot 'em up kind of shit. Like you could do like government hackers or something like that, like a cyber warfare kind of thing. You could do that in like a sort of like a timing sort of situation. That could work.
I don't even think you have to get the government involved. You can literally apply this real-time format to any situation as long as you can keep up as long as the main character has some sort of agency and has something to do.
Somebody like kidnaps a kid or something.
Yeah. Government has nothing to do with it. Like you could that Halle Berry movie could have been 24.
There's no way I was going to watch 24 hours of that. That minivan's up to 55 miles an hour. Congratulations, lady. Hit the fucking gas. You can watch my review of that movie along with Micah in the Coming Distractions feed if you want.
Yeah, I never watched the show. I saw the first episode of the reboot or whatever the fuck they called it.
Legacy. The one with the black guy. The one with Dr. Dre.
Yeah. I was like, all right. That's
the
cool.
one with
that's fine.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. As it, I was like, oh, that's what this is? Okay.
I didn't even... I think my level of like ridiculous liberalism kicked in right around the beginning of season 2. I was like, I feel like this is not okay. Like this show is glorifying like really shitty tactics and stuff. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
it does.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it really does. I was like, everyone on this show is a bad guy. Even the good guys are bad guys. I was like,
yeah,
this feels like Dick Cheney's wet dream.
Like it's coercion through torture. That's what
Jack
Bauer is.
It literally was
specializes in.
I'm almost positive that Dick Cheney, and I'm not even kidding, this was his favorite show on television. I'm almost positive. I'll see if I can find the article at some point. But I'm pretty sure he was just like, wow, I love this show. Like, I'm pretty sure he did. And I was like, I think,
how long was it on? 10 years?
It was on for
a very, very long time.
And
I want to say it was like 10 years.
That's ridiculous.
And each season was a day.
Yeah. It was like it's. I think it had like 8 seasons, and then like straight to DVD movie, and then they brought it back.
So it was 10 days in the life of Jack Bauer.
Yeah,
basically.
And it was, yeah, it was. Look, it's a trash ass show, man. But
it really was.
But it was, and it tried to be like. It tried to like think that it was saying something about torture and shit like that.
Yeah,
the
then
only
it
thing it
works.
was right. That's the only
It
thing that it
works.
was saying. That it's very effective.
Article in Mother Jones, which is a very liberal website, but they do good reporting. This is from January 13th, 2009. The title, Did Dick Cheney ghostwrite this season of 24? Yeah, dude. Just saying.
Oh God.
Yeah. Nah, dude. Dick Cheney loved this show. Yeah, here's another one. ABC News. Dick Cheney, 24's Jack Bauer in torture. All one thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I'm not watching that
And
show,
when
man.
Jack Bauer was tortured, like, of course he could endure that shit.
Yeah, because that's how torture works.
To the point where that motherfucker died and came back to life.
For his country.
Yeah, man.
All right.
We all should be good Americans like Jack Bauer.
No, we should not.